And a bit of health now. A document on regulatory surveillance and inspection standard operating procedure has been developed by the Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Registration Board of Nigeria. The guideline seeks to facilitate joint action by actors to respond to issues in training and practice with the intention of preventing ethical violations. TVC News' Kemi Balogun has details.
Medical rehabilitation is an essential health service. With aging populations and increase in the number of people living with chronic diseases and disabilities, rehabilitation is an important health approach for the 21st century. Medical rehabilitation therapists are keen into this by improving the regulation and monitoring of activities of operators in medical rehabilitation therapy, both in training and practice, through the launch of surveillance unit volunteers.
They are like whistleblowers. If they find that a facility is not meeting, we have personnel working in those facilities that are not qualified. They will alert the board, the police will be alerted as well. Those people will be arrested. The facility where they're working will also be shut down.
Part of this regulation is to monitor the practice and see that there are no untoward practices, unprofessional practices. The economic situation and funding issues, that if you can be able to have surveillance volunteers.
I also join others in saying that the government is very committed to ensure that rehabilitation is available and quality rehabilitation is available at everywhere.
There are only about 7,000 registered medical therapists in Nigeria to support a population of over 200 million. The board says it needs more employment openings to boost the profession.
Even though we have a small number, there are so many that are out there that are not employed. And we think this is also important for them to be employed, because if they are not employed, the patients that are there in the hospital, you won't even have a practice that you are going to go and regulate. So they need to be there. Then we have problems of funding. We need to have more funding that is going to help us with especially the surveillance programs.
It is surveillance thing in all of the 774 local governments. Fake rehabilitation service providers exist in different parts of our community, and they will continue to complicate the health situation of persons with disabilities.
The Medical Rehabilitation Therapists Registration Board only accounts for about 170 members of staff, which is grossly inadequate to do the job of effective regulation. But this is expected to change with the surveillance unit in place to curb quackery in the profession. Kemi Balogun, TVC News, Abuja.
The Nigeria Employers Consultative Association has called on the federal government to implement more friendly policies that will ensure businesses thrive in the country. At the 67th Annual General Meeting of NECA in Lagos, the association and other stakeholders advocated synergy to enhance economic recovery in the country. Senior correspondent Sharon Ijaso has details in this report.
It's the 67th Annual General Meeting of the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, NECA. President of NECA, who addressed members of the association, lamented the challenges facing employers of labor and the need for the federal government and other stakeholders to create more favorable policies for businesses to thrive.
It is no longer secret that private businesses in the economy are beset with innumerable challenges, pushing many to the realm of mere subsistence. The below remains some of our current key concerns. 1. High cost of doing business due to depreciation in the value of the naira, increased custom forex rate for clearing of cargoes, business antagonistic regulations, proliferation of provocative taxes and levies. Above all, most worrisome, the so-called oversight function of the National Assembly.
In their goodwill messages, President of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, Joe Ajero, and other stakeholders emphasized the need for effective collaboration to enhance industrial growth in all strata.
You have to be involved, and that's why I'm here, to tell NECA that you have to work with us. When they increase tariff and you keep quiet, you suffer it, we suffer it. Sorry to say this, because it is telling more of business. You can't do business in the present day Nigeria with this tariff regime. It's biting. So it's not the salary you are paying the worker that is affecting business, but the ease of doing business in Nigeria is the major problem. The House of Rep and the Senate, they are meeting to make sure that they decentralize labor, wage. You and I know that wage, the ILO is a national law.
Another important function is that to support members and build capacity in different areas. And I'm aware that NECA has also partnered with many other institutions to achieve this very important role. And I'm very happy that in the many endeavors, NECA has also used some of the ILO, IOE tools that we have developed to support member capacity.
Newly admitted members of the association received their certificates of membership at the event. Sharon Ijason, TVC News.